Hey, I was talking to a friend and I really want to address something here just to kind of put it out there so that people are aware of it. It's something that a lot of people don't talk about. It doesn't come up in polite conversation, I guess. But I was talking to a friend of mine and they are a guitar teacher, and they said their sort of paraphrase was something along the lines of, hey, I know I'm not the best guitarist around. I'm good enough, but I'm a great teacher. I'm a really good teacher. Students tell me how great of a teacher I am. Parents tell me how great of a teacher I am. My coworkers tell me I'm such a great teacher. I'm a great teacher. And it reminds me of the those who can't do teach. And I'm like, really? Like, that's sort of your sense of pride? Is that like, I'm not that good at guitar, but I'm a great guitar teacher? Like, I don't see how that could be. And here's a great story. My parents needed something done on a rental property. And they could have done it themselves. But they hired a plumber to take care of it. Small job. The plumber noticed something, pointed it out to my parents and said, hey, you may want to have a carpenter come over and take a look at this. I think there may be some damage further in. So they had a carpenter come out and look. Sure enough, there was damage further in. They took care of the issue and avoided a problem in the future that could have been potentially thousands of dollars worth of damage. So the point is, the plumber came out, did a real simple job that I could have done. I could have done it for my parents, but I don't have the expertise to notice something outside of, he did this outside of his plumbing kind of job description. He was doing the plumbing, noticed something that looked like it could have been a problem, said, I think, but I'm not a carpenter, you may want to have a professional carpenter come and look at this. So my point is, I could have done it, the plumbing job, but I don't have the plumbing expertise, the knowledge, the experience of this guy's decades of work, thousands, hundreds of thousands of different jobs, seeing all of these situations and knowing when something looked like it shouldn't have been. So my friend, the not so great guitar player, who teaches, but is a great teacher, I don't get it. If I want a teacher, I would want somebody like me. Somebody like a lot of the people that I work with at Band Geek School of Music in Dedham, plug. I mean, we have a guy on staff that's like a studio player, and he does lots of recording work for a lot of different people. I believe he plays at church like every Sunday. So he's constantly playing, he's constantly doing. We have another guy that has won some awards, local music awards and things in Boston. Again, he's doing. Me, I've toured all around the US, I've played in tons of bands, I've written songs, I've recorded, I've produced other bands' recordings. International touring musician, me. I've done theater, I've done so many things. And to me, I teach somebody to play a C chord in their second lesson or whatever. Maybe even teach them just how to play like a little 3-note C chord with my slightly out of tune guitar, I apologize. But whatever, it's getting them playing. But all of my expertise comes into play, is a factor in how I am as a teacher. So, sure, I guess not, just because you can play doesn't mean you can teach well. But just because you're a good teacher doesn't mean you're really a great teacher. Doesn't mean you really have the expertise to teach what you're claiming to teach. Okay, so this friend of mine, sure, absolutely, you can go and take lessons with them and learn a C and a G and a D chord and a pentatonic scale and things like that. But anything really advanced, I don't see it happening. I don't know. And this person, I just recently, what prompted me to make this whole video, not only that conversation, but I checked out some videos online, and the person actually played a chord, not plugged in, imagine if you will, an E sharp 9 chord. They played a chord, took the tremolo bar, pushed the chord flat, just a little, and then added vibrato to that out of tune flat chord. So they played a chord, perfectly in tune, pushed it out of tune on purpose, then added vibrato on that out of tune chord, kind of like, here we are in tune, everything's great. Now I'm out of tune, and now I'm adding vibrato because you know what? That out of tune chord is exactly what I mean. That's where I am. And it blows my mind. I'm like, how do you, like, you can't play in tune and you're teaching people. I just don't get it. So take what you will out of this. I certainly don't mean anything like nasty. I mean, people always have things to offer. She brings a lot of joy and happiness to people, teaching and all of that. It's just to constantly talk about, I'm such a great teacher, I'm this, everyone tells me so, I'm the greatest, ask anybody, I'm huge, whatever that phrase was a few years ago. It's weird. It's like, well, but just do. Just, if you can play well, then you have a leg up when you're teaching. But, whatever.